Hello, my name is Tristan Blasco.
I'm Kenny Urkonis,
I'm Aaron Bensinger.
Shane Wolford.
and this is for the Great Dr. Size class.
We're presenting about Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. This is our presentation for Business Policies 497 in the spring semester of 2022.
At Bloomsburg University.
Kenny and I are going to give you a brief introduction to our company Yuengling and a little bit of background info. Kenny's going to start us off.
Yuengling is established in 1829 by David Gottlieb Yuengling. It's America's oldest brewery. Yuengling has three main breweries, two in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, and one in Tampa, Florida. Yuengling is for sale in 23 states now that Yuengling has partnered with Molson Coors Beverage Company to brew Yuengling in Texas. Pottsville's D.G. Yuengling & Son is once again a top craft company in the United States. By sales volumes, according to newly released data from the Brewers Association and Nonprofit Brewing Industry Trade Group. Yuengling's industry and competitors. Yuengling's competitors are Anheuser-Busch, Coors Brewing Company, Samuel Adams, Pabst Brewing Company, and Red Hook Ale Brewery. Yuengling's vision. Yuengling is and has been for years one of the most well-known and respected breweries on the East Coast. The organization is by far the most popular brewery in its home region of Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania, and has become a trusted and respected name. The current vision of D.G. Yuengling & Son is to expand all across the United States. Most expanded immensely and launched many new campaigns to increase awareness of the brand. This campaigns include a scholarship in honor of National Women's Day, a collaboration with DraftKings in partnership with the American Eagle Foundation to protect the U.S. national symbol that is the bald eagle. It is obvious to tell that the current vision of Yuengling as an organization is to generate as much awareness worldwide as possible and become an increasingly charitable and ethical corporation. Yuengling's mission statement. Yuengling is America's oldest brewery, founded in 1829 by David Yuengling. The Yuengling mission for years has been to give each Yuengling beer its distinctive flavor with a family-owned operation and homegrown company. Yuengling employs the honored brewing quality ingredients and longer aging times to allow each of these craft brewed beers to develop an appearance, aroma, taste, and mouthfeel that are uniquely Yuengling. Yuengling's financial situation. Yuengling is a privately owned company, as most alcoholic beverage companies are. In 2020, Yuengling ranked first in craft beer sales, as well as 7th overall in all breweries. In 2015, Yuengling produced 2.9 million barrels of their product. This number goes to show the expansion of Yuengling, as in 1990, they produced 138,000 barrels. More recently, the company went on to top the Boston Brewing Company, which produces Samuel Adams in craft brewing rankings. Yuengling has gone on to continue this from 2014 on. Key factors for high return. Most well-known brewery in Pennsylvania, obviously because it's America's oldest brewery. Sponsors professional sporting events along the East Coast, such as Philadelphia Flyers and Phillies. And Yuengling advertises well just because how old the brewery is. Competitive advantage of Yuengling, obviously America's oldest brewery again, family owned. In addition to its lager, Yuengling makes 6 other beer varieties and great quality for a low price. Now I'm going to hand it over to you, Tristan.
Thanks, Kenny. So, Yuengling is and has been for years one of the most well-known and respected breweries on the East Coast. The organization is by far the most popular brewery in its home region of Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania, and it's become a well-respected and trusted name. The Yuengling name resonates with many along the East Coast, and they are best known for many popular types of beverages. Yuengling's traditional lager is a fan favorite and a top seller. They also offer a porter beer. It's the Yuengling Black and Tan. They offer Yuengling's Golden Pilsner and many others. Recently, along with the overall expansion of the company, Yuengling has branched out and begun to introduce a few new unique beverages. Yuengling Hershey's Chocolate Porter was introduced as a fall seasonal beverage and highlighted 2 of the most popular companies in Pennsylvania, that being Yuengling and Hershey's. Next, the company introduced Yuengling Raging Eagle, a Pilsner with mango flavoring that was made as a perfect summertime beverage. And lastly, Yuengling branched out into a health-conscious light beer, which bears only 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carb per drink. This was an effort to match many brewing companies who are looking to become more health conscious. This was Yuengling's effort to match them. So while making these new drinks, Yuengling continues to innovate, and because Yuengling's daughters, like Jennifer, want to modernize the company, they want to branch out into hard seltzers and more flavored drinks, which is where the alcohol business is starting to turn to at this point. Yuengling is the largest independently owned brewing company in the United States. It's a title the company's held since 2015. As a company, it will continue to be independently owned, as the 4 daughters of the current owner, Dick Yuengling, are the heir to his business. With 6 generations of Yuengling having become a part of the family business, it goes to show the passion this family has for growing their company and sharing it with consumers. The current vision of DG Yuengling & Son is to expand across the United States. Most recently, they have begun westward expansion, beginning in Texas. Recently, Yuengling has expanded immensely and launched many new campaigns to increase awareness. Kenny mentioned a few, a scholarship with National Women's Day, collaboration with DraftKings, a partnership with the American Eagle Foundation. On top of that, they have also partnered with the University of South Florida to rename their arena, the Yuengling Arena. This is an effort to begin their expansion in Florida and become a better known name down south and moving westward. Basically, with Yuengling's expansion south and westward, they plan to, they want to showcase how high quality their products are. And not only that, they want to make every state they travel into a part of the Yuengling family, as that is also part of their vision and mission statement, that every member, whether it be in the brewery or in the offices or a consumer of the product, to become a part of the Yuengling family.
It isn't just a beer, it's a lager. A medium-bodied, amber-colored, one-of-a-kind beer, made from those bold enough to brew it, for those bold enough to drink it. Tap into your inner eagle. Yuengling Traditional Lager. Spread your wings.
Now, Shane and I are going to do the external and internal analysis. So, an industry analysis of Yuengling. They're in the craft beer industry. Their key competitors are Heineken, the Boston Beer Company, Anheuser-Busch, New Belgium Brewing Company, and Bell's Brewery. There's an increasing number of microbreweries to incite development. According to the Brewers Association, small and independent brewers in the United States produced 26.3 million barrels in 2019, with volume growth of more than 4% than the prior year. However, total brewery sales in the U.S. have went down by 30.5% because of the coronavirus. Now, the Porter's 5 Forces model, the access to market is low. There's likely to reach $92.8 billion in market size by 2025. Threat of substitutes is high because there's more hard seltzers and ciders. The buyer's power is high because beer buyers in the region are presented with a variety of brands and brewers such that they have a wide spectrum to choose from. The supplier power is high. The craft beer produce high quality and unique beers, meaning it requires specialized grain. And the competitive rivalry is also high because there are some international brands are offering lower prices. Now, for a SWOT analysis, their most important strength is that they're America's oldest brewery, and they have survived through Prohibition. They have kept it family owned throughout the years. They have a great quality for a low price, and they advertise very well and sponsor many sporting events. Their weaknesses, well, their biggest weakness is that it's not available in all 50 states. And as it's a beer, it doesn't appeal to women as much as men. And there are no stock options due to it being a private company.
All right, so Yuengling's biggest opportunity is obviously expanding to more states. They're only available in 23, so if they get it all 50, that would be great. They could try to enter into the hard seltzer market and appeal to more customers, especially women who might not like the taste of beer as much. And then they can open up more locations to keep up with the demand. And then some of Yuengling's biggest threats is obviously other big name beer companies. That's their most important threat. And changing consumer trends such as increasing popularity of hard seltzers and ciders. And the price of raw materials is increasing, such as wheat, barley, and hops. And some key intangible resources. Their brand name is one. It's known as America's oldest brewery. Sponsors Philadelphia sports teams like Phillies, Eagles, Flyers. And they also sponsor the Indiana Pacers. Quality is another one. It's rated number one. It's rated America's number one craft brewery for the 6th straight year in 2019. And lastly, the ability to innovate. Since 2018, they have released 4 new flavors, which is Golden Pilsner, Hershey's Chocolate Porter, Flight, and Raging Eagle Mango. And more options in the future with hard seltzers becoming more popular.
Flight by Yuengling is a unique take on light beer. We're raising the bar on your light beer drinking experience.
Raising the bar means go a little bit further, take the extra mile. Coming out with this new beer, it's an extra step for us. It's a new category that we haven't delved into before, but the consumers are really interested in low carb, low calorie beers.
So Flight by Yuengling really takes things to new heights with its stats of 4.2% ABV, 2.6 grams of carbs, and 95 calories. We listen to our consumers, many of whom have active lifestyles. It's giving consumers the opportunity and the motivation to achieve something, or maybe a personal best, something that they hadn't done in the past.
We want our consumers to go out there and go the extra mile. We want them to push harder, and that's something that we have done with this new beer with Flight by Yuengling. I love the clear bottle so you can see the liquid, you can see how crisp and refreshing it is. The sleek wing design is a take on our traditional eagle logo, so it still embodies part of our history.
We're continuing the legacy, our history that's been here for 6 generations strong. Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For my sisters and myself, we're raising the bar. This is our take on what a light beer should be.
So next, Aaron and I are going to talk about Section 3. Section 3 entails general and specific objectives for Yuengling and the strategies they employ to achieve these. Go ahead, Aaron.
Okay, first I'll take a look at their general objectives. Like all companies, their objective is to increase profitability. As the world goes more green, achieving sustainability is very important to companies. They want to achieve an above average return. And they also want to increase their competitive advantage in the craft beer industry. Now their general strategies, they have a business level strategy, a diversification strategy. Yuengling employs a diversification strategy at the business level by creating a homegrown craft beer brand that produces a very unique and original taste from very high quality products. Whereas most alcoholic beverage brands focus on quantity, Yuengling focuses on quality as part of their diversification strategy. And how Yuengling will achieve these objectives, their goals will for the most part revolve around the expansion of the company and the spread of Yuengling products. Their brand name will be far more marketable when products and the name Yuengling become synonymous with bars, restaurants, and shops in all 50 states. This will allow for collaborations and partnerships with other alcoholic beverage companies. Joining these partnerships will allow for Yuengling to introduce new products, produce higher quality products, and achieve overall financial success while increasing brand awareness. Go ahead, Tristan.
Okay, thanks, Aaron. So now to talk about Yuengling's specific objectives. Their specific objectives include to form partnerships with other members of the craft beer industry. They already have with Molson Coors, or other industries that are related in some way. For instance, a partnership with professional sports teams or concert venues. Often at these venues, alcoholic beverages are very popular, so it would be very profitable for Yuengling to partner with a company such as that. The next objective is to duplicate success found in Pottsville, Pennsylvania, the original location, and many other towns and cities. And then lastly, to expand by building more manufacturing plants that will aid with expansion in Western states. So Yuengling as a company has many general objectives as well as specific objectives. And the company's specific objectives really follow a back to basics approach. In 1989, the owner, Dick Yuengling, realized the company needed to expand and step it up as they were only selling 127,000 barrels of beer per year. So that's when they started to employ a back-to-basics sales approach. For the independent variables of Yuengling, we have their beer quality. So our company prides itself on making high-end, great-tasting beer and using high-quality products. It's a family-owned business, so unlike most alcoholic beverage brands, Yuengling puts a focus on staying true to the company's original values and beliefs. Being family-owned for nearly 200 years has allowed for Yuengling to become very unique and original. And lastly, for independent variables, they want to focus more on quality than quantity as opposed to many other breweries. So for their moderate variables, we have that Yuengling has a very strong management team as it's been passed down through generations. The whole entire family shares a very similar belief system. But they need to focus on high quality beer rather than expanding across the country. Oftentimes that slows them down. While they focus on high quality, they could be expanding westward into more states and finding new customers. The last moderate variable we have is they do use technology and social media very well, and they do a great job advertising the company.
For over 190 years, Yuengling's been brewing good times with great quality beer. And now we're mixing it up.
Introducing Raging Eagle Mango Beer, Yuengling's newest Pilsner made with natural mango flavor.
At 6% ABV, Raging Eagle is brewed with classic hops for a delicious taste of natural mango flavor.
With every sip, you can expect a crisp and refreshing finish. We're excited to add a new big and bold taste to our lineup.
With the launch of Raging Eagle, America's oldest brewery is inspiring a new generation of beer drinkers.
Rage on.
Cheers!
All right, now me and Kenny are going to go over key success and failure factors for Yuengling, and Kenny's going to start us off.
The first key success factor is obviously family-owned. Kept the company family-owned since it was established in 1829, and is a big reason on why they are so successful. Yuengling is known for its near 200 years of experience and traditional encompassing the coal region in Pennsylvania and surrounding areas. Many Americans view family-owned business as better and are more willing to support them. Yuengling's current ownership structure is set to have the company passed down from current owner Dick Yuengling to his 4 daughters. Key success factor number 2, obviously America's oldest brewery, over almost 200 years. America's oldest brewery, very credible in the beer industry since they have been doing it longer than most brands. They have had a lot of time to work on their craft and perfect their flavors. Yuengling has experience as a brewery close to 200 years. This has become an asset to them as it is a testament to their success, and it is one of their largest marketing techniques today. It is America's oldest brewery. Now I'm going to hand it over to you, Shane.
All right, so another key success factor is great quality. So Yuengling introduced their original lager in 1987 and has become famous in the Schuylkill County and surrounding areas as a classic high-quality beverage. Their drinks have become synonymous with their hometown, and they have been praised for their original recipes and great quality for years. In 2018, by volume of sales, Yuengling was the largest craft beer brewery, branded as an iconic American beverage, and it's famous for their rich amber color and unique taste. Yuengling's claim to fame is ensuring that the brewery will take every step possible to make sure customers receive their finest products. And some key failure factors. It's not available in all 50 states. Many states don't even have Yuengling, and the company would greatly benefit if they sold their beer everywhere across the country. Another one, it doesn't appeal to women as much as men. Many women would rather not drink beer, and many of their flavors don't appeal to them. And the last one is there are no stock options due to it being a private company.
Why walk when you can fly? Tap into your inner eagle. Yuengling Traditional Lager. Spread your wings.
All right.
Alright. Now we're all going to join together and read the recommendations. So, Yuengling is a very well-established brand and they do many things well. However, our group has a few recommendations that could help take Yuengling farther than it's ever gone before. Our first recommendation is for Yuengling to expand to all 50 states. Yuengling is currently sold in 23 states, including Washington, D.C., and should look to expand to all 50. The Yuengling Company is America's oldest brewery and is still not available everywhere in the country. With that being said, Yuengling is losing a lot of potential customers to other beer brands. It could create huge expansion to become available throughout the whole country. We believe that the company must expand to all 50 states to increase sales and create a much larger customer base. There are many opportunities out there for this company in other states that it would be a shame to not see Yuengling in every single one of them.
Another recommendation we have is Yuengling to make their own hard seltzer because the hard seltzer is so big in the industry today. Yuengling has had trouble in the past marketing towards women because the majority of them don't enjoy beer as much as men. Women are more interested in low-calorie seltzers than beer, and that's where Yuengling has been struggling. A way to appeal to more females is to create a hard seltzer and pull in a new range of customers that Yuengling has never seen before. It feels like every other alcohol brand has created a hard seltzer and they are making huge profits off of them. Yuengling only sells beer, is one of the most popular brands in the East Coast. If they introduce a hard seltzer, they will surely dominate like never before.
Okay, so next recommendation we feel is very important for Yuengling is to stay family owned. Yuengling being America's oldest brewery, founded in 1829, it's been open for nearly 200 years and has been family owned ever since. So keeping the company family owned is a big reason why they have been so successful over the years. As passed down through generations, they've shared a lot of the same values and beliefs. Many Americans view family-owned businesses as better and are more willing to support them because they do things the right way and don't just sell out for the money. This is most evident during the COVID-19 pandemic, as you saw a lot of people push together to support small businesses and family-run businesses. It would be a mistake if the company were ever to be sold because they could disband some of the qualities and some of the values that have made Yuengling what it is today. So Yuengling has been in the family for nearly 2 centuries, and we believe this is one of the biggest reasons they've had consistent success.
And our final recommendation is that we have Yuengling to look for more partnerships with other brands. Yuengling sponsors professional sporting events along the East Coast, such as the Philadelphia Flyers and Phillies. We would like to see Yuengling sponsor more sporting events and professional sports teams across the country. To tie in with that, we believe that if they also hold sponsorships in sports betting apps such as FanDuel and others, they will see high returns on their money. Many people associate watching sports and drinking beer together, so what better way to advertise them than putting those two things together? If people go to a stadium and that sells your beer and they like it, then they will be more inclined to buy it at home and drink it more often.
Now we're going to read a few conclusions very quickly.
Okay, so Yuengling has grown significantly over the past decade with the addition of flight and flavored beverages such as mango beer and Hershey's chocolate porter.
Yuengling is America's oldest brewery and has expanded their base of operation to Texas.
They are continuing to move towards expansion into all 50 states. They're starting with a center in Florida, and they look to expand even more westward past Texas now.
And they are ranked #1 in the craft beer industry.
And for the true conclusion, this one's for you, Dr. Sai.